Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. I am pondering for my own personal use adding a 70D to the stable, to my camera selections here. That may surprise some of you. I know some people write comments saying that I'm a Nikon paid endorser or whatever, fanboy. And nothing could be farther from the truth, because most of the time I use a lot of Panasonic for video, is typically what I use all the time for my videos, my Panasonic G7. I do like the Nikon bodies for photography. That is my preference. But the Canon has something that nobody else has, and that's the dual pixel AF. Currently, you can get it in the 70D. You can get it in the soon-to-be released 80D. The hopefully 5DX will have it. Can't see them not having it in there. And the Canon 1DX Mark II is going to have it as well. So it's something that nobody else really has brought to market yet, and I'm not sure why. I don't know. I can't see it being a patent, because they should be able to do their own version of it. It's just like saying, when autofocus first came out, it wasn't like nobody else could do autofocus. Everybody came out with it, right? So the dual pixel AF system in the 70D, in the 80D, in the 5DX, in the Canon 1DX Mark II, that's that follow focus like a camcorder, where when you're in video, you can walk around and it'll follow you around automatically and smoothly. Even better, you can fade your focus, fade it in and out, like pulling focus with the touchscreen on the 70D and the 80D. Hopefully, that'll be available in the 5DX too. Some really cool features. Casey Neistat's a huge fan of the 70D. That's what he uses. I think he's got an 80D right now. So what I was looking at is that this is the reason I want a 70D. And for video, I'm thinking that the 80D really isn't going to be, in real world terms, much difference. I know they're saying the dual pixel AF is going to be a little better on the 80D, but I don't think it's, in real world terms, when you're using them, and for what I want to use it for, going to be much different. And I'm looking at a used or refurbed one for around $600, maybe $700, versus a brand new 80D for $1,200. So I can get two 70Ds for the price of a new 80D. And if I was using it for photography as well, it might weigh in more, because you're going from, what was the 70D? I think an 18 megapixel sensor. So you're getting 6 more megapixels to the new 24 megapixel sensor in the 80D, which is essentially the same as what's in the T6i and the T6S. So that's a big improvement there. A little bit better autofocus system, and probably a little enhanced dual pixel AF. But I'm saying that I think in real world terms, you're not going to see a lot of dual pixel AF difference, that follow focus in live view. Not enough to me to justify stepping up to the 80D when I could have two 70D bodies. I think that's where it's at for me. So some of you would be saying, well, you've got the G7 with the 4K. There's going to be no 4K in the 70D or the 80D. Why would you want this? Well, it's because of this dual pixel AF. I have a couple other channel ideas and a couple other things I want to shoot, where that camcorder-like ability to follow me around and not have to have a second operator is huge. And I think that's why Casey Neistat loves it so much, because he does a lot, I think, just on his own as a sole shooter without a second person a lot of the time. It's a great vlogging camera for that reason. I think a lot of YouTubers have really latched onto it for that reason. So that is the reason why I think by far and large you can get by with 1080 still. I mean, not a huge amount of people have adopted 4K, and will only watch 4K video. I think 1080 is pretty good still. So I can live with the 1080 or not requirement, but restriction on the 70D or even the 80D. But I don't think the double the cost for what I can get a 70D for versus an 80D. And the 70D price is only going to fall more as the 80D is more available and more people buy it and upgrade their 70Ds. I think I'd rather have two 70Ds than one 80D, because for video, I don't think we're going to see much difference in the quality of the video. I think will be essentially the same. And I don't think you're going to see a lot of difference in the dual pixel AF system. I think it will be a little bit better in the 80D, but I think in real world terms, you're not going to see a huge difference, in the sense of I'd rather have two 70Ds or one for half the price of the 80D. But what do you guys think? I'm trying to sort this out myself, because I think I'm about ready to purchase one. And as I said, I don't think the 80D is worth me spending the extra money, especially considering this is primarily for video for me. I mean, currently I've got a D810 here, so if I want to shoot photography, I'll go to the King, right? So for video, this is why I think I'm going to go with the 70 over the 80. But do you guys agree with me? Or would you go with the 80 and spend twice the price? Leave your comments below. Let's discuss it. Help me think this through in my own head. As I said, I'm pretty much leaning towards that. But hey, if there's a reason you can change my mind, I'd love to hear it. So let's talk about it. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.